what you all been waiting for, ain't it?
What's up guys, Spawny here. I looked at the comments in the last video and it looked like most of you guys wanted to see a quick tip on long shots, so that's what we got here. I'm in the arena options where you can select your player, and I'm just going to pick a player, Steven Gerrard for example, who's really good at long shots, and just look at some of his traits and specialties. And I tend to look at these when I'm building like an ultimate team when I'm picking certain players. But he's got the long shot taker trait and the distance shooter specialty, and says this player not only has a powerful shot, they're accurate from distance. If you get the ball in open space, don't be afraid to take a pop at goal. Now that's basically what it means. If you're open field, maybe 30, 35 yards out, and there's no one around you, don't be afraid to just power up that power meter to 3 bars and just hope that it goes in. You never know. It'll probably be on target, and anything can happen when you take a long shot. But what I want to talk about is kind of the way you have to line up. What I do when I line up is I pretty much just try to run straight at goal, and I try to time it so that I'm taking the shot right in stride. Now, I also tend to take long shots while I'm sprinting, and you don't necessarily have to, but I find it works a little bit better because you get that little added momentum, and the ball actually kicks out a little bit further in front of you, so you get that little bit extra time. Now, you don't want to be taking the shots just like that, really off balance. You have to make sure you're in balance. You want to be taking the shot with your strong foot, don't want to be taking any with the weak foot, and you really have to make sure you get that power meter up, because if you don't get the power meter around 3 bars power, if you're like 30, 33, 34 yards out, it's not even going to come close to goal, and the goalkeeper is just going to save it really easy. So we're going to a couple online examples where I slowed it down a little bit. Right here, Jack Wilshere, who's not even really known for his great long shots in FIFA, but right there just shows that if you set up perfectly and get the perfect amount of power, pretty much anything can go in, anything can happen. Now, not every shot is going to go into the goal. Another one for Michu really slowed this one down. So you'll see right there, 3 bars power, lines up the shot really well, and just goes right over the goalkeeper in the top corner. And so right here is a little bit different example. Kaisuke Honda, that's like 3.5 bars power. That's about 50 yards, and yeah, if you're 50 yards out, you're definitely going to need more than 3 bars power, or just won't get there with enough pace. But most of these examples are probably about from 30, 35 yards out. And just like that, another 3 bar power from Team of the Season Michu worked perfectly. Now, when I'm talking about some of those traits and specialties, it's when if you look for a player, you can look in foot head, or you can just look how I did it earlier, and you can see if these players have the long shot trait or the distance shooter. And I tend to find players with those actually have pretty decent long shots. Obviously, there's players without it who are really good. Like Michu doesn't have the long shot trait or anything, but he's still really good at long shots. And you can just go into their stats and check their long sh long shot stats. And I find that anything, like pretty much anything. I've played with Scott Sinclair, who has like 60 long shots, but I've bombed him from like 35 yards out with them. So I think it's mostly with your setup, with your power meter, and once you get everything, the timing down and everything, you'll probably be able to make these long shots just as good as that right there. So this video is coming to an end. If you did like the long shot quick tip, please let me know. Leave a like. Always greatly appreciated. We'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.